I'm in the process of re-engineering my cheat sheet because I've come to realize that what most of the subscribers to my channel and most of the people who come to my website want to know is what's the price of the stock going to be in the future, and what are the best stocks to buy for the future to grow my portfolio, whether I'm 25 years old or 75 years old. And so what I'm trying to do is to establish patterns that identify what is the price of Broadcom going to be in 2025, and where should I buy it based on the knowledge that is available. And the knowledge is becoming more and more plentiful as we have gained access to data. So I want to take you to a chart on Broadcom and show you what I've realized. Here it is right here. This is Broadcom, and it goes back to 2009, and it's an annual chart every 12 months. And what I'm seeing is that I can create a blue line here, which is the average price of Broadcom for the past 5 years, looking at it retroactively. So then what I do is I say, okay, if I can create a trend line to extend this 5-year average into the next years, where is Broadcom's price going to be? And I can see that if I just extend that line, that gives me a pretty good indication of where Broadcom's price is going to be next year. And it's going to more than likely fall into that green line, as it is here, as it is there, and pretty much back through history. So I can look at Broadcom and say it's selling right now for $179.65, but there is a great possibility that in 2025 it will come down to 100 and right there, somewhere around 124 $1.43. Is that something that is unique to Broadcom, or is it pretty much predictable on any stock? So let's go over here and look at another stock. This is Amazon. Goes back all the way to 2001, and you can see this blue line, which is the 5-year average of the price. More often than not, it comes down into that blue line, particularly in the last 3 years, and gives us a price. So if I put it on 2025, I can say there's a great possibility that Amazon's price will come down to $168.99. And in fact, in 2027, there's a good possibility it'll come down to 204.10. We don't know what its high is going to be, but here, if we look at 2004, it had a high of 201.20 and a low of 144.05. So would we have been happy buying it at the 153.08? Yeah. And again, here, if we go back to 23, it had a high of 155.63 and a low of 81.43. So it again, its 5-year average is 130.14. I would have rather bought it down here, but I feel good that I bought it here, and now it's all the way up to 188. My point is, I think there is a good predictability that next year, in 2005, Amazon is going to come down to 168.52, and that's where I'd like to buy it. Where do I think it might go? Well, looking at its Bollinger Band, we can see that historically it breaks over the Bollinger Band, and that means if we look at that Bollinger Band, it could get as high as 239, and would we be happy buying it at 167? I think we would. So with that, what I will do, if we determine our target price in 2025 is 170.77, we go back to the cheat sheet and we go to Amazon, and we put a price of 170 0.77, and that becomes our target price in 2025, and it's currently priced at 188.48. So this is what I'm trying to do, is to alter my cheat sheet so it gives you a price, and only the blue ones have I done this study on thus far. I'll do it on each one of them and then share it on the cheat sheet. What I've come to realize through the class that I'm taking with Goldman Sachs is, what is it my client, my customer wants? Who is my client or my customer? And I believe my client is anywhere from 25 years old to 80 years old. Each one of those people in those age categories has different objectives. The 25-year-old might want to start investing in a Roth IRA, or maybe even a college program for their children that might be 5 years off. So would this be beneficial for them to, first of all, identify that the growth in the next 5 to 10 years is going to be all around AI, which means semiconductors, which means the companies that have the data, that are buying the GPUs to access that data to provide me and you with artificial intelligence. Yes, that's who they are. So if I can buy, whether I'm 25 years old putting in my Roth IRA or my child's college program, or I'm 35 to 55 and I'm building my retirement program, and again, I believe that in the next 20 years, the growth area is going to be big tech, big data, semiconductors, and the companies that feed the semiconductor companies, that feed the people who are going to provide me with AI, and that's basically Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, and Tesla. If I believe those are the companies, then what I need, what you want from me, I believe, is what price should I buy them at in 2025 or even in 2024 to make a good investment decision. Let's go back and look at Amazon in 2024. You should have bought it based on its past history at about 135, and today you would be at 188. Back in 2022, again, based on this logic, you would have bought it at 119, and again, it's at 188. Here, it would not have come down to your price, but everywhere else, you'd have the bonanza. It traded a high of 177 and a low of 88, 81, and our forecast would have said you should buy it at 87. So this is what I want to add to my cheat sheet. I want to bring it down so that it gives you only the pertinent information. What I'm struggling with right now is, do you want all these metrics? Do you want to know that Amazon's turn ratio is 1.17, and then find out exactly what that means? That its gross margins are 48 and its net margins are 7.35 compared to Google's, which are 44 and 29. Do you want that information, or do you want, where should I buy it, and what is it going to be worth on January the 1st, 2027? So I would like you to do two things. One, go into the comments and tell me what is it you want me to provide you. And then I'd like you to come to our website and join our tribe, and then show up at our Friday stock talk and tell me, what is it you want from me? What kind of research? Because I'm retired. This is what I do. This is what I enjoy doing. And I know you may have a job and you don't have the capability to do the research or to buy the data on your own, but pool the price by coming through our program. This will all be available to you for $19.99 a month. What would it cost you to access the data? Well, it probably cost you about $400 or $500 a month, and then probably about 4 to 5 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's what I put into it. I'm trying to discover how I can do exactly what the people whose school I'm going to, that's Goldman Sachs, they have access to this data. They have had access to this data for years. We have not. We do now. I know how to access it. I want to share it with you. You tell me what you want from me. Put it in the description, then come to our Stock Talk on Friday and tell me, and I'll go to work for you. Does that sound like a deal? I hope so. Go to Best of Us Investors, check out our website, read the articles I write. I enjoy writing articles. I go into this in more depth in the articles, and let's see if we can't work together to together accumulate some massive wealth. Let's become a one percenter, or let's at least push the wealthy bar down from 1% to 5% by more of us learning how to invest effectively. Talk to you again sometime later this week.